feel like it's been a few weeks because I've been miserable and not really watching a lot of baseball, but this is the time we got to talk about it. With last regular season game tomorrow, all games starting at the same time at 3 p.m. And I'm gonna be talking playoff baseball with you. I mean, that's just a given. The field is set except the AL wild card situation. So NL Braves, NL East Division, Brewers, NL Central. Right now the Giants are 2 games ahead of the Dodgers for the West. So Giants just gotta win. Or Dodgers just have to lose tonight. So magic number is 1 for the Giants to clinch the division. And, I don't want to go too far, man. Let's just say Giants win the NL West. Dodgers will be hosting the wild card game. After having 104 wins currently, they'd be the 4 seed in the NL, which is insane. Tampa's got the East. White Sox got the Central. Astros have the West, and then the whole wild card situation can be flip-flopped within the next 2 days. Now a team that just needs to win to guarantee them a spot is the New York Yankees. They are currently a game up on Boston and then 2 games up on Seattle and Toronto, who Seattle and Toronto are currently a game out behind Boston. They're looking in. So, let's say season ended today. Yanks will be hosting the Red Sox AL wildcard game, and that game is Tuesday. NL wildcard game is Wednesday. But they're not really doing anything. Yanks are down 7-1 right now. Only game going on right now. Tampa Bay. See, that's what I love. Is people, although Tampa's not they're not really playing for anything. They have the AL East. They have the number 1 seed in the AL going in to the postseason. But I knew, Kevin Cash is going to manage these 3 games as he would any game. One, I don't think if he doesn't have to face the Yankees in the postseason with these, if they win 2 out of 3 or if they sweep the Yanks, and it just it allows themselves to go, all right, I feel even more confident in a 5-game set against Boston or Toronto or Seattle if either of those 3 teams are 2 of the 3 that make that wild card game. And the Yankees aren't really helping themselves. So they're down 7-1. Jordan Montgomery got knocked out after less than 3 innings. They're on the top of the 4th now. 7-1 Rays. Brandon Lau, 2 3-run home runs in this game already. 2 3-run dingers. And that's what you knew with the Yanks, is that with with their tougher schedule and them sweeping Boston last weekend was huge, because the Yanks have this game and tomorrow against Tampa to end the year. Red Sox are at Washington, a garbage team. Jays are home against the Orioles, garbage team, and Mariners are home against the Angels, and the Angels really aren't that good either. Mariners really effed up an opportunity. They had a chance to actually come back last night, and they did nothing. 1st and 3rd, nobody out in the 7th, and they didn't score a run in the 7th inning. But that's, when Yanks are playing the best team in the AL, while Toronto's playing a team that has 108 losses, and the Red Sox are playing a team with 95 losses. Odds are not in the Yankees' favor. Here's the thing, even if the Yankees lose out, let's say, and they end up being in the position where they're tied for the 2nd wildcard spot, they would play a game 163 on Monday, and then the wildcard game would get pushed back, obviously. I think it would get pushed back to Wednesday, and then I think the NL wildcard game would get pushed back to Thursday. Tampa Bay just got a leadoff double. They're just going to keep tacking on runs. That's it. So there's this AL wildcard race is is well beyond, even after tonight, it will not be decided. And that's what you got to love about these races, is that it really brings you down to the wire. There's all these tiebreaker scenarios that are possible. Like if three teams are tied for one spot, then the one with the higher seed allows the two lower ones to play a game, and then the one who wins that game plays the higher seeded team out of the three that are tied. I think it's head-to-head matchups or whatnot. But I think it's too much to comprehend right now, because you really don't know, and you don't know who's going to be playing the wild card game, how to really tackle it, and that's what sucks. It's like, we're doing this Saturday on, and there's days ahead where it'll be decided probably, it'll be decided by the weekend or Monday, and then both wild card games are going to be played before we come back next Saturday. You would think the Dodgers would beat the Cardinals, but, the Cardinals have some, devil magic working with them. They won 17 in a row down this September stretch to be close to a 90-win team. And these wildcard games, it's one game. You jump out to a lead first. You don't know what happens. I think it's the biggest fault in this wildcard system, where because the Giants have had such a great year and they have 106 wins, Dodgers have 104, and they still get screwed with having to play a one-game play-in. One game could fuck them. And then 104 wins down the drain. It was announced, too, that Kershaw will be out for the postseason. There's something up with his forearm elbow that he just cannot pitch through, and it's just not going to work. And even goes to show even more how big the Max Scherzer and the Trey Turner trade are, is that you still have a lethal 1-2 punch with Scherzer and Walker Buehler being your 1-2s for the Dodgers. That's the biggest. If the Dodgers win the wild card game, they have the edge on every NL team when it comes to how to play out a 5-game or a 7-game series. That's just the facts. But they're going to be on the road for all of them, being that they would be the technical lowest seed remaining in the NL. Rays play the winner of the wild card game. The Giants play the winner of the NL wild card game. Astros, White Sox are set up for the other ALDS, and then Braves, Brewers for the other set. So let's see. All games start at 3 o'clock tomorrow. So there's no scoreboard watching. Everyone's playing at the same time. 3:05, 3:07, 3:10, 3:20. The Braves Met game starts a little bit later. But so all games are ended. Season ends at the same time. There's no waiting around. So for the time being, could get pushed back. AL wildcard game Tuesday at 8 on ESPN. Wednesday, it's Cardinals. Probably going to LA for the NL wildcard game TBS. And then Thursday, we start the ALDS. We start playoff baseball. Friday, the NLDS games start, and game 2 of the ALDS gets going. MLB made it through. They made it through the 162 after the 60-game shortened COVID season. And it's been pretty remarkable. How much time do I have?
Like 2:40.
All right, so because the postseason doesn't mean anything, yearly awards. And I'm kidding. We need to clip from my preseason predictions for the AL. I predicted that Ohtani was going to win the AL MVP. American League MVP, I'm going to say it's going to be an Angel that's not named Mike Trout. I think it'll be Anthony Rendon. Hot take, it could be Ohtani also. Like that far back. So it's fun. I said I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if like Rendon did some, like Rendon could win it. I basically said someone on the Angels not named Mike Trout because I really thought the Angels were gonna have like a pretty good year with the health that they came into and Ohtani coming back. Shohei Ohtani is probably gonna win the MVP as he should, and I mean as phenomenal as a season Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s had chasing a possible triple crown. Shohei Ohtani, it's 2021 was the year of Shohei Ohtani in baseball, doing things that we haven't seen in 100 years since Babe Ruth has done. So I think Ohtani's got the MVP in the bag as of right now. I would say the Cy Young, even though he got rocked against the Yanks in that last start, I still think Robbie Ray has the edge. Garrett Cole's been absolutely terrible down the stretch. His ERA is north of 3.8 right now. Like, you're not giving the AL Cy Young award winner that. I'm sorry. And like that, Lance Lynn had the possibility for the White Sox. He didn't pitch great down the stretch either. Second halves were not that great for AL pitchers. NL, I think it's between Scherzer and Wheeler, and I think Zach Wheeler, or even Corbin Burns, but I think Zach Wheeler has the edge on the guys a lot, having the most innings pitched and strikeouts and other things, even though the ERA is a little tick higher. I think Zach Wheeler deserves it fully fledged. And NL MVP, I think it really should be Juan Soto, although his team has 65 wins, but the NL MVP is going to a player whose team is not in the postseason, because it's going to go to Soto or Bryce Harper or Fernando Tatis Jr., and all three of their teams are not going to the playoffs, which is insane. Quick Rookie of the Years, Jonathan India, Cincinnati Reds, Randy Arozarena for the Rays because he has rookie eligibility, and that's pretty dope. But yeah, just watch our little go back. Ohtani MVP, I had it in March.